Hello everyone, this is Diane. I have just finished cutting the pages to go in this Santa Surprise book, Little Golden Book Christmas Journal. And I'm about to prepare the Golden Book pages themselves to go in. I am including the full story in here in order, so I wanted to show you how I do that. It's been a long time since I have shown it. I have shown it several times, but it's been quite a while. So I figured while I'm doing it, I might as well show you. So I'll set all of that aside. When you remove the signatures from a golden book, except for the very, very old ones, you get 2 signatures. And each signature has 3 folios. 6 pages, but 3 separate pieces. This one-piece spread is called a folio. So you get 3 and 3. So the first thing I do, I already trimmed this one down, you can see, and then I decided I would work with you. So the first thing I do is take a pencil and write 1, 2. I had them in the wrong order because I took it apart before I wrote on them. They're in the right order now. 1, 2, 3, and I don't even bother to write on the back half. Why did I write 6 on that? 1, 2, 3. And then I move on to this one. And I write them up high because I trim a little bit off. And I have cut the numbers off before. 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that ensures that I will get them in the right order if I pay attention to my numbers. I have messed it up before. So then I take the page and trim it down to, I like to have my pages smaller than the covers. Obviously these pages came out of this book, but I have removed the golden spine, so this page is too wide now. And in order to make it the right width and even smaller than this cover, I don't want to trim too much off this front edge. And this is this was hidden before, so what I do, and this idea came from Gayle Agostinelli years ago, and I've been doing it ever since if I want to keep book pages in the right order and all that. This is the technique that I use. Some people will just keep it as a folio like this and then fold in a big flap, which is fine, that works, but I'm just showing you a different technique. And thank you to Gayle for coming up with this idea. So I fold this in, and it still is a little wide because I want it to be 5.5 inches wide. And this is a little over 6. So I do have to trim some off. But a lot of it is white space. And then I want it to be 7.5 inches tall. And I look at the illustrations and decide whether I'm going to cut it off the top or the bottom. I did nick a little bit of his hair off, but he probably needed a haircut. And I had already done that with this. So those 2 pages are done. Five and a half inches. Yeah, I don't want to cut anything off his head, so we're going to go this way. That's page 3. Okay, now I have all the pages folded and cut and numbered. As I put them in the signatures, I can put 1, 2, and 3 in one signature because this part has to be in the same signature with that. And this is going to go inside that, and this will go inside that, but there will be pages in between all of those. So they have to all stay in the same signature. And I'm having 2 signatures, or 3 signatures, I mean. So this is how I do it. I put the book pages in the first and the third signatures, and the second signature has some different kinds of papers to replace these. So I'm going to show you how I develop these so that some of these pages will go in between and everything will work together. I always use the cut off pieces of scrapbook paper to build on these because I don't want this flap to be showing, so we're going to cover that. And I didn't have a lot of scrapbook paper. These are all the scraps that I have, so I can use other papers too. So let's just start with the first page. I want to get my craft mat so I don't make a mess. This is already a mess, and I want to buy a new one, but I don't need to junk it up on purpose. So I want to glue this part so it doesn't just pull open. So I'm going to just put glue down in here. So there will be pages in here, but when you turn this page, I don't want this just hanging out here. So we're going to have a bonus flippy page in here. It's going to be sideways because this was cut off the paper that way, but I don't care. I'm just going to add this to it. You can make it the full page width, which I have done, or you can just make it a tiny little piece and then put a journaling card on it or something that flips back and forth. But I'm going to make it the full length of the page and this width, which is, I don't know, 4.5 inches. Maybe 3.5 inches. I'm just going to cut it to 7.5 because that's the height of my page. And I'm going to glue it right there. So that looks better. But we still have this piece. You could put a strip of washi tape on there to cover it, a strip of paper. But in order to make really good use of this space, you could put a pocket here. So that's what I'm going to do. Let's see, how wide is this? This is 4.5 inches, so I'm going to cut it 2 1/4. By 7.5. Cut a little thumb notch in it. And just glue it on as a pocket. And you could make this pocket deeper. You don't need to make a pocket on it. You could cover this page with, or at least this part of the page with lined paper or plain paper to write on, just to cover up that folded Golden Book page. Or you could, like I said, just put a little strip of paper or washi tape to cover it up. Just a decorative element. Oh, I thought I needed to trim it, but I guess I don't. All right, so when you put your book together, let's say I put this page next, and then this page, and then I'll have another Golden Book page. And once we get back to this side of the page, that will be next in the story after I have these two pages in. And then we have this, and it's just an extra flip page, and there'll be more pages. This probably won't be the first page in the journal. So it's just an extra flip page, and you'll have 3 of them in 2 signatures, the first and third signatures, if you do it the way I do it. Let's do another one, and I can explain a little bit more. This is number 2. I don't want all 3 of the flippy pages to be in the second half of the signature. So I can take this fold and fold it to the front instead of the back. And then I'll have the flippy page in the front. This was cut off one of the pages, the scrapbook pages, and instead of doing journaling cards with it, I think I could cut it into separate journaling cards, but let me see. I'll cut this one off. And then add this and just cut that off, and then we'll have 2 journaling spots on it. Okay, now I'm going to have to get another piece of paper, not just the cutoff, because I don't have enough scrapbook papers. Oh, I was looking for this one. I have this pad of scrapbook paper, so I can use this. I'm going to use one of these. I don't know where else to use them. And they could be the little elves, but they have wings. They're little fairy elves. And I'm gonna make it 5 inches wide. And we're gonna create another pocket out of that. I would normally have put the big page on first and then added the pocket, but I'm working backwards. So I'll just put the glue on here. And I'm going to round these corners. I don't know why. I just want to round them. Any more decorating will be done later. And I'm going to do the third one so I can show you how to put the complete signature together. It says number 3. So I'll keep this tab at the back, and I will not make a pocket on this one so you can see what it looks like without the pocket. And then there are so many other variations you can do. If I can get this back in. So this will just be a flap. I have never rounded the corners on these, but for some reason I want to today. A little too much glue there. And I'm not going to put a pocket, but I still don't want that showing. So I'm going to put a strip on here. Oh, I could use the green side. I think I will. I am in my basement. If you're not familiar with the layout here, I'm in my basement. There is a laundry / utility room. It's got the furnace, water heater in it. At the other end of the room, it's separate. It's got a door. I have the door closed. I'm telling you all this because the furnace is about to come on. The blower has just switched on. So the furnace will come on. It's not as loud as in my other place where it was all one floor and the furnace sounded like a 747 taking off. But you will probably hear it. Just so you know what's going on here. So I have 3 signatures. Now I'm going to put them into the finished signature. So in order to do that, wait, this should be number 1. 3, 4, I already had these done. I already did these. Why did I do another one? Oh, I didn't. Oh, jeepers. One, 2, 3. Okay. These are the 3 signatures that go in the first signature, or the 3 folios that go in the first signature. So I'm going to spread out my paper so I can select what I want to go in, what order and everything. So I have digital ledger and lined papers. There's just 1 page of flocked, so I'm pretty sure that will go in the center signature. That won't have any of the book pages. And I've got this computer stationery, music paper, scrapbook paper, and craft paper. Well, that's a lined paper. It is manuscript paper. This one is the pocket. I had to trim off a lot of it. It was in a binder, Christmas record keeping binder. But I'll put it in like this. I'll probably put that in the center signature also. That's another page from that book, but it's not a pocket. Those 3 pages. Okay, so this is so you can see how I assemble these pages. I'm going to start off with a scrapbook paper. I like this bright, cheery one. So I will put that in the front, and then I will put the first storybook page in there. You must make sure, if you want the pages to stay in order, that you put your pages in between these 2 pages and not in between the page and the flap. It goes in there, okay? I'll just randomly pick some pages to go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. I'll put another scrapbook paper in. 6. Oh, I have to make sure I was thinking only 2. 3 golden book pages in, so I want to put another one in. So this one is the one that's folded to the front, and this is where it would be very easy to slip your pages right in there, but no, you want to put them in between the 2 golden book pages. Okay, where are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not counting the flap. 5, 6, 7, and I'll put a music page in here, and I think I'll put this in the center so you can see that whole spread. So this is where the stitching would be. That's 8 pages. I'm not sure how many we're going to end up with in each signature. While I'm here, I'll just do the second signature because it won't have any book pages. So again, I'll start out with scrapbook paper. 1, 2, I can include these. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Don't want that in the middle. It'd be pretty if it had something decorative behind it, so at least put a colored page behind it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to put this in because I didn't take anything from this pile. Okay, so we have 9 pages in each signature. Then I just have to do the 3 other golden book pages and collate them with these pages. So I hope you found this helpful. If I decide to use these envelopes, I would just put one in somewhere, say here. I slit the flaps so it's 2 pages or 2 flaps. And if I decide to use this, I don't know if I'm going to, but I could just put it in there, put something in there, and then turn it like a page. So I'll leave it there for now. All right, I think, oh, it's still pretty early. This didn't take long. So I'm just going to continue working. You can continue watching or change the channel if you want to, but I can chat with you while I work. So I'm about out of scraps, but I can find some more scraps to use, some more papers. Have I trimmed all these down? I think so, but maybe not. Yep, that one is. I don't think this one is. Oh, it is. It just looked wider. Okay. Those are trimmed. The furnace is making a really weird noise right now. So my landlord does not live in this area, which is why he's renting the house out. He got transferred. But my son-in-law is my maintenance man. He took care of things while the owner was away a lot. You know, he did shoveling and mowing, and my landlord would Venmo him the money to pay him for doing the work. So, if anything goes wrong with the furnace, I can have Justin look at it and call a furnace repairman. He doesn't have to do all the work, but he is in charge of making sure it gets done, and then the landlord would send the money. So that's why I want to rent. I don't have to worry about that stuff. I think the furnace is 10 years old or something like that. I don't know how long a furnace is supposed to last, but it's written on it in marker when it was installed, and I can't remember now how old it is. Maybe it's not 10 years. It's an old house though. Somebody asked me how old my house is, and I don't know because I didn't buy it, so I didn't get all the information. But I think if I like Google the house, Google this address, it will give information like a realtor's listing. It says not for sale, but there's still information on it. So, because I need to know the square footage, because I claim the square footage, the percentage of the square footage that I use for my crafting, I get to claim that for my taxes. So I can know the square footage of the house and then measure the downstairs area that I use and get the percentage. This much of my house is used for my business, so I get to claim it. So I'll have to do that. I did have all the measurements for the space that I use before I moved. My son-in-law helped me measure all the areas, they're not little, so I could kind of figure out where I would be putting certain pieces, so I could direct the moving operation. But I don't have those papers anymore, so we'll have to measure again, because it's not the full basement. The laundry and furnace area is not a small space. It takes up some of the space. Okay. So far I'm just putting flaps on and no pockets. I guess that's an okay way to do it. I was busy talking. Now I'll need something else for here. Like that. Let's put some of that candy on here. Where'd the candy go? I could even make it go right side up. I won't make it the full page length. I'll make it, or width, I mean, I'll make it 5 inches. to remember that this is going to go this way. It doesn't take that long to do this prep work for the Golden Book pages. You could get fancier. You could add some trim or something on it. I could stamp or stencil on these white pages, which I could still do later on when I'm decorating the book. Now, I'll decide. I guess I'll do it the same way. Put a pocket on 1 and 2. Well, maybe I'll put a pocket on 1 and 2. Actually, 4 and 5. And not put a pocket on the last one. And I could use this to make a pocket. I did cut the pages for the little journal yesterday. It's going to be so cute. I could make a piece together pocket. No, not that one. You could have multiple pieces. How wide is this? 3.5. I just flipped it over to get that. I think that'll look cute. I'm feeling just a little bit stressed about getting these journals done before I go away. I don't want to wait till the day before, you know. I'd like to have them done, listed, and sold and mailed out. Now these are little pieces that came out of a craft book. I wonder if I have something that would work. Not there. I'm not going to make a pocket here, but I mean, I could put something like that there and make it a pocket. It's cross stitch designs or needlepoint designs or something. Guess we'll have another pocket. So you don't have to use scrapbook your cutoff pieces. You can use whatever you have available. As I was saying, hang on, I'm thinking. I want to get these done and in the shop, listed, obviously listed and sold and mailed out with time to spare so I can focus on packing and getting ready to go. I don't want to be consumed with this when it's days before I fly out. So trying not to stress about it too much, but it's just this week is crazy. My dad had several appointments and my brother's taking him to some. I'm taking him tomorrow, and I have a hair appointment today. And my friend that I haven't seen in quite a while, the one I go gallivanting with, and we go to antique stores and what do you call them, vendor malls and stuff like that. Her husband's a farmer and they have very busy lives, so I don't see her a whole lot. Anyway, usually it's spur of the moment. She'll text me, hey, I'm free today, how are you? But at least she gave me till tomorrow. She texted me this morning and said she's coming out to my area because she lives a distance away from me, over an hour. She's coming out tomorrow. And my first thought was, this week is so crammed full. I'm not getting anything done on these journals. I really need to focus on the journals. But I told her I'll meet her for lunch. Well, I don't know if I'm meeting her for lunch or if she's coming here. She hasn't seen my new place, but she said there's a new restaurant right in my area. It's in my town. It's down the road from Walmart, and I didn't even know it was there. Last I knew, there was a food truck there, like they did barbecue and stuff during the summers, but I never went there. And I Googled it, like, are you sure there's a restaurant there? And I Googled it, and there is. It's an eat-in restaurant, not a food truck. 4, 5, 6. Okay. You might as well finish this, get it all. Oh, there will be a greeting card in each signature also. Sheesh. These are going to be full. Okay, we'll start with scrapbook paper again. I'll actually follow the pattern that I did in the first signature. I feel like my fingers are just all klutzy today. Oh, craft page. I want that one, a Christmas tree. Golden Book page. Oh, yeah. I did glue there, but I didn't do a very good job. Oh, no, I didn't glue in there. Calendar page. I don't have a calendar page. I'll put this in. And this. Oh, that's in the center. I must have missed something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, I have all these extra pages, so I guess I have a head start on cutting pages for the other Golden Book. So I'm going to pick out a couple of greeting cards. Okay. I think I'll put one right here. Oh, this is a little tall, but I want it in there. I'm going to trim it. I'm not making, well, the other book is taller. Let me see. I was thinking they were both Golden Books. Yeah, I'll use it for that book. They're not both Golden Books. This one is a booklet, so that'll get tucked into a pocket in some journal. I like this one. This one's too tall also. Well, I could trim it just a little and it would fit. Put this one in. Okay, I'll probably not use that envelope. It's going to add a lot of bulk. There, I've got the pages collated, and it's 45 minutes. I'm going to collate these pages because I'm pretty sure I'll edit some stuff out. I don't know, but it shouldn't take too long to edit or to collate. Did I even put wrapping paper in that other journal that I just did? I don't think so. Got quite a lot of scrapbook paper for this one. Calendar page, ledger, and the book pages, and I'm not putting those in order. So what I will do with these is I cut them to the size I want, and I will have to put a hinge on them. And there will be 2 of these signatures, or 2 folios in each signature, so I'll have to make sure I count those. I'm not putting them together right now. I forgot about that. Well, I do like to start with scrapbook paper as a rule, so I'll put that here, and then I'm just going to put that right there to let me know. I need to trim it smaller to let me know that that'll be one of those pages there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 'Put some color in here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a lot of pages. Okay, I'm going to have to, because I have 3 signatures, I'm going to have to eliminate some of these. But what? What am I going to eliminate? I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. I'm not going to try to do it right now. All right, so I have a good start. I want to get all the pages collated, and then I want to start working, actually making ephemera and stuff today, hopefully, before and after my hair appointment. So I'll see you in the next video. I hope you're having a creative day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.